trying to fold some clothes. Every time I get on here, I have a little bit of time because Malin is sleeping. Yeah. How y'all doing? I look a mess. How are you guys doing? Myrtle Beach. Hello, South Carolina. Mr. South Carolina. Hey. I just came from outside, guys. I just came from outside. I just came from sowing some seeds outside. How y'all summer gardens going? I think I got like 20 minutes before Millie wakes up. How am I doing? I'm doing good. I am blessed. I am blessed. For the goodness of God, I am blessed. Trying to survive out here in these streets. You know what I mean? But now I'm doing some laundry. Trying to. I did a lot. I have to post a video tomorrow. I was doing a lot today in the garden. Yeah, doing a lot of inventory and planning. I was doing a lot today. Just wanted to come out here and see what y'all doing in y'all garden. Y'all ready? Y'all not ready? You got anybody out there that's kind of scared? Don't know what to do? I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I think I can answer all questions. If you have any questions about gardening, I'm here. So we all know that tomatoes, they're in every single nursery or big box store at this point. Tomatoes. Tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers. Yes. Yes, they're out there. So if you're looking into growing tomatoes, you feel like you're you don't know where to start, you need help, I am here for you to help you if I can, or I'll tell you where you can go to start gardening or to get advice about gardening. I'm here for you. So ask me any question that you may have about gardening. And I am here for you, but just don't forget to like the live, okay? And subscribe to the channel. But you can ask me anything you want. So I've been trying to plan my garden, and it hasn't been the best, but I'm doing the best I can. Yeah, so if y'all have any questions to ask me about gardening, I'm folding clothes and I'm asking y'all about gardening. I'm a real person, okay? Okay, I'm a real person. This is my real life. I was just outside sowing some seeds, and I was like, hey, let me call my people, see what y'all doing outside. The outside, the garden is in a little bit of a transition, so yeah. But how you guys doing on this good old Friday? I won't stay long. Probably stay until probably about 20 minutes, because that's how long my daughter gonna give me. But just wanted to tap in with my people, see how y'all doing while I fold these clothes. So like I was saying, tomatoes, peppers. So tomatoes. So if you depending on what zone you're in, I am in zone 8A in Georgia, right? And you can still plant tomatoes. Hey girl, you're so pretty. Oh, thank you so much. Trudy Conaway. Yeah, so if you're planting tomatoes at this point, you can still start them from seed depending on your zone. Okay, so here in zone 8A, you can still plant it because we have a very long growing season. But if you want to get tomatoes, say, we're in May, so July. If you want to get your first flush in July, I will plant them. You should have already planted them. However, you can still get a crop in August or closer to the fall. So if that's what you're looking for, you can still plant tomatoes. Peppers. Oh, if you're planting peppers, you're a little close. You're a little close. You're gonna get a very late harvest. Now, I can say with my experience with peppers, um, they take about 2 months before you can actually it come to a plant. Um, yeah, I'm folding while I'm talking, but you can still get was in the world. Martha, what do you mean? But anyway, so yeah, so you can still get a pepper. It's just going to be late. You're going to get a pepper. Let me see. If you start now, May, June, you'll get one in August. Yeah, August till almost fall time. But you still get peppers. So don't think that, oh, summer, everybody's putting in their garden now. Oh, I'm never going to get anything. You can. Or you can go to the big box store, Lowe's, your local nursery, get some transplants, put them in. That will save you a month. Okay? So don't want nobody to feel like, oh, I can't plant. You can still plant. You can plant okra right now. I have okra. You can plant roselle, which is sorrel. You can start those because those need heat. You can start beans. Beans. You'll get a very good harvest from beans. How do you keep flowers alive for a big amount of time? Flowers, if you're gonna cut flowers, usually cut flowers will last you about a month if you put a Tylenol in it. But outside, you can get the bloom booster, which I guess it has phosphorus in it, so it controls the blossoms. So you can probably fertilize with that and not much nitrogen. But to keep them alive, it just pretty much needs nutrients and water and soil, which is what most plants need. I hope I answered your question. Yeah, so I don't want anybody to feel like they cannot garden just because the season is just now coming up. Like, and then depending on your growing zone, like I said, you have a long season, you may have a short season, you don't know. So right now, I personally am growing from seed. Not roselle. I have to start my roselle, which is sorrel. I'm starting okra. I'm starting literally just planted some marigolds, basil, um, nasturtiums from seed. Yeah, from seed. So you're not late. You're literally right on time. Right on time. Yeah. And then fertilizing. I would say for summer, you're going to do overall, you might do less nitrogen and you might do more phosphorus and potassium because they're all fruit. They're bearing fruit. Tomatoes, fruit. Peppers, fruit. So you want to make sure whatever you're getting in terms of fertilizer, it doesn't have a high nitrogen. Like when you go to the big box stores or wherever, try to get something that's like a 3, 4, 5. something that's not as high in nitrogen. That's just my opinion. Yeah. But don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more gardening advices. Hi, how y'all doing? I'm folding laundry and I'm answering any gardening questions that you may have. Any gardening questions. Are you starting a garden? You're nervous about starting a garden. You don't know where to start. You're excited about gardening. Which one is it? Have a little bit of time to talk to y'all. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yeah. So I don't want anybody to feel overwhelmed. I discovered so many things this season about my garden. So many things. It's a learning process in gardening. You have to be patient in gardening. Cannot rush. It's just like owning a business. You got to feed into that business, right? How my people doing? Y'all want me to go outside? Y'all want to see the garden? Let me know. Yeah, so what else is there? Eggplant. Eggplant. I don't eat eggplant, but I've grown eggplant. Eggplant is another fruit, which is why I say during the summer months, you're going to experience more fruit. In the winter time, it's going to be more leaves. You understand? So you're going to use less nitrogen in the summer than in the winter. And it also depends on what you're growing. So I live in growing zone 8A. I live in Georgia, right? So the one thing I do know is that you have to stay on top of the fruiting vegetables, tomatoes, peppers, those things. Because if you don't stay on top of it, then you won't get the fruit. Okay, so you have to know when to fertilize and when to not fertilize. So when I'm doing tomatoes, I usually do nitrogen at first to build up the foliage, and then after that, when I see that it's going to produce flowers, tomatoes, that's when I put the phosphorus, because phosphorus helps with flowering, right? And then the overall potassium, that's responsible for, the overall life of the plant. So in the summertime, you have to be able to understand what kind of fertilizers to use and what kind of plants you're going to be growing. And also nourishing your soil. If you are just starting your garden, or if you're going to be going from spring to summer, make sure you try your best and amend your soil. Don't just use the same soil you use from the spring to the summer. I mean, if you're going to use it, amend it, replenish it, meaning put your bone meal, your blood meal, your your worm castings, your broken down compost, put those things and then water it in really, really good so that the microorganisms know what to do, what to eat. Because if you put your summer crops right in with whatever is left over from your spring, you're not going to get anything because the soil is pretty much depleted. There's no nutrients in the soil. So you have to make sure that whatever you put in your soil from the springtime to make like cabbages, kale, those are nitrogen feeders. So now that it's summertime, the nitrogen is possibly, it's already gone out into the plant. So you have to restore that. You have to restore all of those nutrients in the plant. And to do that, you have to amend the soil with compost, either compost, granular fertilizer, worm castings, all those things you need to amend your soil. So that is one thing I'm doing right now. I just started my garden January, January. And I was like amazed at the progress it has made in a small amount of time. And I just feel good. I feel good that I started my garden. Yeah. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I want to start a garden. It doesn't take a lot. People think, oh, I have to get all these things. Yes, it does take upfront costs to start a garden. Don't get me wrong now. But you have to be able to think outside the box most of the time so that you can budget properly and not look on social media for everything. Look on it for the information, but don't think that your garden has to be Pinterest ready because it doesn't. It does not have to be Pinterest ready. I mean, you ain't got to be struggling either. But you can definitely create a space that you can use and feed your family. Another thing that people don't understand is you have to do inventory of what you eat. So if you, sorry, if you are growing radishes and your family ain't never had a radish in your life, why are you growing it? Just for it to look cute? No. Look up what you could do with a radish. Let your family taste it. And if they like it, if you feel like you can add it to meals, then you add it. Yeah, but don't just add it because, oh, I want to grow because I see this person doing it. No, because then that's a waste of money. And somebody else could be eating it. So, what I always say is, I'm done with laundry. I tell people, hey, grow greens first. Grow your brassicas. Grow kale. Grow lettuce. Grow anything green. And then you gradually go to cabbage in the fall, right? And then in the summertime, grow a tomato. You'll never go wrong. And if you feel like you can't grow it from seed, which is the most economical way, then you go to a big box store and you get some transplants. You go to a nursery and you get transplants. Just start the garden. Start the garden, write everything down. And once you write everything down, you go and you figure out how much things cost, write it down. It took me a month and some change to move into a new space, figure out my garden, map it out. And I didn't just put it together. I thought about it. I thought about it because there are steps for when you are starting a garden. It's not just start gardening. That's no, you got to look at certain aspects of gardening in terms of like, where's your sun? Are there trees? Are there not enough trees? Do you have any shade? Because you do need you do need some shade for the garden. You don't want everything in the summertime in blazing heat. No, because then you ain't gonna want to go outside. Only if you got a big broad hat. But yeah, you have to think about shade. So I'm pretty much done. So I'm just talk to y'all. So yeah, you have to be able to know what to do, how you're going to garden, what is the garden going to look like, what are you going to grow in? Are you going to grow in raised beds? Are you going to grow in containers? Are you going to do in ground? All those things you have to know. Then you're going to figure out, okay, where's my watering? Where am I watering from? Um, that's another thing you have to figure out, because some people are like, oh, I want a garden, but I don't want to, I don't know where the water's going to come from. Okay, you have a hose, or you want to collect rainwater. Like, how does it going to go? Are you going to have a bucket, or are you going to have a barrel, or are you going to have a trash can? Do you know how to run the water lines? All those things. You're going to have irrigation. All those things you have to know for gardening. And then it's the case where if your hose is too close to the too close to too far away from the house, then you got to get an extended hose so that you can get to the square footage of where your garden is. So there is a lot to think about when it comes to gardening, but you also have to plan it out. It's not just going to be, oh, I just want to garden. That's you could do that, but then you have to, I would recommend, if you're just going to take it slow, one container at a time. That's what I would say. Get you a container, or if you just, I always say, if you just grow scallions in your what on your what's it called it? If you grow scallions and you say, I just want to grow scallions and see if I keep that alive, go ahead. All you need is water. Water first, and then you say, you know what, I'm gonna put it outside and put it in the soil. Then you go out there, cut your scallion, it's staying alive. Then after that, you can buy you a container, 5-gallon bucket, put some greens in there, water it. Then you figure, okay, I can grow greens slowly. Do things slowly. There's no reason for you to be rushing. How did I start? I started kind of big. I was ambitious. I was like, listen, go big or go home. But that was in my other home. But I would tell anybody, if you're not sure about what you want to do, start small. Don't start big. It doesn't make sense. And you're gonna be spending a lot of money on your garden. Cause if y'all visit my channel, y'all will see that I I I spend money, obviously, but I try my best to be resourceful, and whatever I had from my other house, I brought it here. I didn't throw it away. The only thing I didn't bring was the soil. And when I go to my when I if I move again, when I move again, I'm bringing my soil from here to there. Listen, it take a lot to amend soil. Who finna? I'm gonna scoop up my soil, put it in some bags, and I'm bringing it wherever I'm going after this. I ain't wasting it. No, ma'am. So, what are you guys planting? If you guys are planting, what zones are you guys from? What states are you from? Um, is there any crop that you're trying for the first time and you're kind of nervous about it? Maybe I can help you. I think for me, when I am able to say, when I am, when I'm gonna be in a space for more than 10 years, I think I will try to grow asparagus, because it takes about 3 years to acquire asparagus. Yeah, I think that one is a little intimidating for me because of how I've seen gardeners um, maintain it and talk about how it takes a lot to acquire harvest. Because they say if it it's just a whole process. I don't even know specifically. I'm gonna have to learn once I move. Um, but yeah, that's what I came out. What is it? 25, almost 25 minutes. I don't even know if I'm gonna be here that long. But hey, till Mailing wakes up, y'all got me here. I'm gonna put away my clothes in a second. But y'all want to see my garden? It looks very different. I'm not gonna show y'all. Y'all gonna have to watch the next video. I ain't gonna show y'all. I ain't gonna show y'all. But my peppers are outside, guys. My peppers are outside. Yes, they're outside. I finally, listen, I prayed. I was like, listen, these peppers, be careful about that. Dosa, no, no. I cannot afford for the peppers to just, you know, die. And I think it's going to be 2 days. That's going to be a cold front, like the 40s, 46, 47. I said, Lord, please, Jesus, don't let it die. But I think I'll be okay. If anything, I'll just put something over it. But I did bring in my callaloo, and I did bring in my I brought in my okra. Yes. So, because it's cold, like okra need heat, and callaloo need heat. So I had to bring it inside to make sure that it was good. But for the most part, my ginger, my ginger is germinating, guys. It already started to germinate. Yeah. So I'm gonna bring that into the in the garden. And then I planted a slip today, another sweet potato slip I planted today. So I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm trying to not do too much and overwhelm myself. I'm trying to stagger everything so that I don't feel overwhelmed, because once I start feeling overwhelmed, that's when I start to panic. Panic. And I don't like to panic. So when it comes to the garden, I don't panic. I literally just take my time and I schedule it out in my head, and I say, Alfia, today you're gonna do this. And then I can't do everything at one time, because why? I have Malin, like my daughter. She's one. I can't do everything. So I have to like put out a time where, okay, Alfia, you could do this today. Okay, you could do this tomorrow. Like now. This morning I woke up at 7 and I went and I tended to the garden, right? And then I did all my other stuff today. And then a while ago, I said, all right, let me give myself 2 minutes to go outside and sow some seeds, because it's going to rain tomorrow. So today in Georgia, it's very overcast. Very, very overcast. Um, Tomorrow they say it's going to rain. So yeah, it's going to rain. But I want everybody to start their garden. I don't want anybody to feel, you know, I don't want nobody to feel like they can't start. Even if it's in a bucket, go to Dollar Tree, get some soil. Oh, Home Depot, no, Lowe's has a sale on soil. Buy three, get three free. And one of the bags is $2.30. So if you're still thinking about it, and we in May, you have time. Go to Lowe's, get you a bucket, get you a pail, drill some holes on the bottom, put the soil in it, get a little bit of fertilizer, the granule fertilizer, and grow your tomato. Okay? Yes, honey. What's wrong? Hmm. My son is weird. What happened, honey? Go upstairs, Papa. Yeah, so my son, he just. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't want anybody to feel like they can't start. Because once you start, I ain't gonna lie. Once I started gardening, I think I'm not gonna lie, I went a little too big. But that I probably will put in like a video or something like that of like my my pros and cons and my journey and things like that. But I could say this, I'll tell anybody, start small. Don't start too big. You understand? And what I also learned was about the sun. I learned about the sun. I learned about the trees. I learned that when it's winter time, when it's winter time and all the trees have no foliage, has no leaves, it is harder to determine the sun for me, because if you don't have like a compass to understand where the sun rises and sets, then it will be hard for you. And when I moved to this house, I said, you know what, I want to do it right this time. And that is how I was able to acquire where the sun is by just watching the sun. I did that for like almost a month in the fall. Yeah. And as it progressed and spring came, I was like, okay. And then I went online and I looked up how the sun moves. That's how I was able to place my crops where I did because I saw where it moved. Although I haven't been here for summer, I've been here for a good amount of time. Like I've been here since November. Okay. So I was able to see December and January. So 2 months of the winter, right? I think our fall season is like 3 months here in Georgia. So like really, really cold months. So I was able to see that. So that was able to give me feedback to say, okay, Althea, in the summertime, it's going to get blazing hot. So where I put my garden, I'm glad I put it there because I might need some shade cloth. Don't get me lying. I might need some shade cloth. But at least I know my crops are going to get sun. And then I realize that some places in the back have a little shade. And then I have containers, so I can move the containers to the shady areas. So that I learned about gardening. I always just want to put stuff in the ground because where my other house was, everything was in the ground. But now I'm learning how to plant in containers. And so far, I would say gardening in containers is not bad if if you know how to water. You have to water deep, deep. If you only water like, oh, I just do a little sprinkle, then you're not gonna really. How can I say this? If you don't water like a tomato plant, if you water it on the surface, you're gonna have to come out and water every day. But if you water deep and you have a good moisture retention soil, then you don't have to water a lot. If you mulch your plants, you don't have to water a lot. So I'm learning now about grow bags. Okay, and for what I've seen so far, it ain't that bad. I'll water well, for right now because it's not as hot. Well, every 2 days, I water my grow bags and I put mulch. So as I increase the soil and I put the mulch on top, I will be able to judge the um the moisture. But for right now, grow bags, I like grow bags. I really do. I enjoy grow bags. hmm But I didn't come on here too long. Um, since nobody doesn't have any questions for me, I'm probably gonna go and finish up my afternoon. But I've been on here for 30 minutes, so I appreciate you guys. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the live or like when it posts, and give me some questions in the comment section. So I realized my videos, I think a lot of people, when I was watching my analytics, a lot of people, they watching their televisions and they're not able to comment and they're not able to like. So use your phones, guys, when you're going to watch the video, but comment on the video, like on the video. Although you're watching on TV, take out your phone, go to YouTube, go to my video, and like the video and comment on the video. Okay, although you're watching on your phone, on your TV, I truly appreciate you guys watching my content, period. Very appreciative. But in order for me to get into the algorithm, you have to like the video and you have to comment so that YouTube knows that, hey, this content is actually okay, it's good. Let me push it out to more people. Okay, guys, so it's been 33 minutes. I'm probably going to close off the live in a second. If there's any more questions about gardening, any other person that's just now getting into gardening and might feel like they don't know what to do, they're lost, they think it costs a whole lot of money to start. Yeah, it doesn't. It does cost money for soil, but I think the big box stores, they know that a lot of gardeners are out here, and I think that's the reason why they're doing these sales. And I'm grateful for it. Hey, She Natural Homestead, how you doing, girl? How you doing? So that's what I think. So starting gardening right now, it's not hard. You can start gardening in a sack. I've seen people put soil in a sack and and plant potatoes and garden. You can grow a whole you can grow a cucumber in a sack. You just have to fertilize it really, really well. Because it's a heavy feeder. You can grow a tomato in a sack. You can grow a pepper in a sack. New subscriber. I try to support my garden community. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you, honey. Yeah, so you can grow anything in a small container if it's for your family size. So if you're a family of like four and you're just starting out, that's fine to just start out because you don't want to say, oh, well, I have a whole family, so let me just get this whole big thing of land. No, because you know what's so funny? Your family might not even want to eat what you're growing. That's just facts. And you also have to remember, what are you growing for? What is the purpose of your gardening? Is it just for a scarcity mindset? Or is it do you want it to be a part of your life? Are you tired of the grocery stores and the prices? What is the reason for gardening? That's what I ask myself first. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's easy and it's hard to make more money, but you don't want it to be stressful on yourself that much that it takes away from your peace. Like gardening for me is very peaceful. As much as I'm a mom of a baby, it's very peaceful. I haven't met anybody on this planet that has said gardening has not given them peace. So you have to have a purpose as to why you're gardening. And once you have your purpose as to why you're gardening, that is when everything else will come into fruition. Because you'll start out with a bucket, then the bucket will turn into a tote, and the tote will turn into a raised bed, and then the raised bed will turn into two raised beds. And then that is when you say, hey, I like this gardening thing. So that is what I would encourage anybody that is going to start gardening. Figure out your why. Why are you gardening? What's the reason? And then after you figure out why you're gardening, figure out how you're going to start. If you've never done it before, figure out how you're going to start. Are you going to start really, really big, or are you going to start really, really small? But understand, if you're going to start really, really big with no knowledge, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle. Because even if it's a case where you want to know, oh well, I want to grow because the grocery stores, they don't have food, so I'm gonna grow. Oh, I got a whole acre of land. I'm gonna grow everything on the acre of land. Whenever you cultivate something, you're not gonna know how to preserve it. You're not gonna know how to do anything with it. You're gonna be so scared that you're gonna give up. So that's why a plan works, and do it small, gradually, gradually. Continue to sow your seeds, just like a business. If you start your business, you ain't gonna start and say, hey, go big or go home. No, you're gonna start with the little. You gotta start with your LLC first, insurance, bank account. You don't just get the business. It's steps, steps. So that's just like gardening. You take steps, steps, and that's all you can do. But it's 40 minutes. I'm finna go. So I hope wish you guys a happy, happy growing season. It's summer, guys. Aren't you excited? I'm excited. I'm excited that it's summertime. Well, almost summer. It's late spring. And I'm putting a lot of things out into the garden. Right now it's under construction, only because you have to have a part in gardening where you pause and you go back to the drawing board and you amend and then you go forward. It's not just boom, 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 boom. In gardening, you have to do some type of a pause, because when you're depleted yourself, don't you need a reset button? You don't just keep going, 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 going. So the garden's the same thing. You have to give the garden, as much as it still has roots, you got to give it that chance to reset. I tell myself that, yeah, you gotta reset. So it's a little bit in reset mode right now, but the roots are very much alive. So I'll talk to you guys probably tomorrow or Sunday. Yeah, I love y'all. Don't forget to pray, be patient, persevere, you surely progress, and don't forget to be kind. Okay, guys, I love y'all. Bye.